Hello everyone, I'm Krasia Tasio, and this will be my weekly prognosis for the astrological week from 13th to 19th of April, and we will look at the week day by day and what the stellar and the planetary configurations are bringing us this week. So what is happening this week is on Tuesday, 14th of April, the sun is entering Aries. This is the sun's hidden place, the sun's exaltation place, and there the sun is very, very powerful. So this is very, very nice. This will give us some most probably positive energy. We will be looking at life through different, much more positive perspective. Another thing is that this week also we know already that Jupiter entered the sign of Sidereal Capricorn, and there Jupiter, up until the moment when Jupiter will become retrograde, but this is going to happen later in May, and I will be telling you in my monthly prognosis, Jupiter is meeting in the sign of Sidereal Capricorn. Jupiter is meeting Saturn and Mars. They form quite complex conjunction, the three planets, and they are also forming harmonious aspect to Venus, which is in Taurus. Venus from Taurus is helping us enormously right now, and I can tell you that now if you see in the evening sky, Venus in Taurus, she's beautiful, very, very bright, and it will be very positive for you, for your good moods, to connect with Venus, to look at Venus. She's just visible. When the sun is setting and the moon will be rising on the western horizon, you will be easily able to see Venus and really connect with Venus. This will give you a very good feeling, especially if you have Venus talismans, those that I make. This is also a wonderful opportunity to enhance the powers of your own talismans. For those of you who do not know about my talismans, I am making when I have a chance, of course, when there is the right election on the sky, the beautiful planetary configurations, I'm making very powerful planetary and stellar talismans, and the link is under this video. Also, if you like to study astrology with us, it's really wonderful experience. You can see also the link under this video. So what is happening now is the sun is entering Aries, and this is wonderful. This will give you positive energy. I don't expect this to give any healing energies towards any virus, because as I probably mentioned in my previous videos, I don't trust that there is a virus. This is media a virus, so to say. I believe that the plan is much more complex, and the plan was visible already when we had Saturn Pluto conjunction, which happened in December, and there were things which were happening behind our backs. So what is happening now is that we will be still living also this week in the same situation, in the same status quo. We will be still staying at home, because still the power of the ruling class, so to say, is quite invasive, and this is due to the Saturn and Mars conjunction. Jupiter is there to help us see the truth, to open our eyes, more people to be awakening. So this is how I see this. And actually, to my great surprise, for good, I see that this is happening. People are awakening and see the truth. And this is because of Jupiter. Jupiter in Sagittarius, Jupiter with Pluto, Jupiter with Ketu. This is something very interesting. Jupiter is Ketu is really, Jupiter and Ketu together are forming a very spiritual, very powerful conjunction of awakening. So we have so many configurations of awakening in the sky that everything that is happening now is for good. One day we'll be thanking for this experience of our souls. So let the sun this week bring you positive energies. Let the sun help you forget about any fears, because you have no reasons to be fearful, as there is no such thing as coronavirus. This is the biggest scam of history. So just remain positive. work on your own spiritual awakening, maintain high vibrations, and remember, now the sun is so beautiful and powerful. He will bring you healing. Welcome the sun every morning, not only on the Sunday. So with this, I will be starting my prognosis day by day. I'm starting with Monday, 13th of April, 18th lunar day, and the moon is waning. The moon is waning. When the moon is waning, she is much more appropriate for some medical interventions, and also it's very good now already to prepare the land for agriculture, because also the position of the sun and the waning moon is quite powerful for that. Later on, with the first lunar crescent, I will explain you when I'm making my analysis for May. We can already do some real agriculture work, like planting the seeds and so on, but I will be telling you day by day this information also. So what is happening on Monday, 13th of April, 18th lunar day of the waning moon, is that the moon is entering the sign of Sagittarius, is entering the path of the Milky Way. And this is really very beautiful, because the Milky Way is very spiritual placement. More and more people will be seeing the truth, more and more people will be awakening. The moon in the Milky Way. And of course, with this we can make use of the day for enhancing our intuition, for doing some spiritual practices. Oh, this will be wonderful. Medical interventions you can do, but yes, medical interventions and surgeries are allowed. What else? For travel, it has no has no even reason to talk about. But yes, the day will be wonderful also for studies, for maintaining, or actually, because this is the sign of Sagittarius, and because the moon is with Ketu, very spiritual day, and for sharing your knowledge, for helping others also to wake up. And these are powerful degrees, the degrees of the Milky Way, and you can also see the Milky Way in the sky. And because it's Monday, is the day of the moon. See the moon, watch the moon in the evenings. The moon will be beautiful and visible still. And when it's the day ruled by the moon, what we can do is, yes, the day for intuition, studies, but also we can wear pearls, moonstones, we can eat moon foods. What is a moon food? Rice, for example, or for example, some beans are partially ruled by the moon as well. And now let's see what is happening on 14th of April, 19th lunar day. Like I said, on the 14th of April, the sun is entering Aries, beautiful, beautiful energies, and the day is ruled by Mars, very Martian day. We live in the era of Mars. It's good to give attention to Mars, to try to detect Mars on the sky, to wear the colors of Mars red, with the foods of Mars. It's always fine, because it is important to connect with each and every planet. The day is not very appropriate for surgical interventions, and because the moon is passing through the nebula of Sagittarius, the day is wonderful for study, spiritual work, but really not so much for surgical interventions. For some medical practices you can use the day, but if not if they're invasive. And yes, day of Mars. It's good to have this in mind. It is well, Martian foods, you know what is this? Garlic, ginger, onions. Oh, this is Mars. Spicy foods, this is all Mars. And now Wednesday, 15th of April, 20th lunar day. Day is ruled by Mercury. Wonderful. Mercury is already in Pisces, very empathic, very spiritual, very soft, very... This Mercury is so empathic and spiritual. He can make us a bit dreamy, will not be enhancing and helping so much in any study work, but still he can be very nice, and he can really support work of intuition. And because it's Wednesday, yes, we can still try to study, but we may not be very, very supported by Mercury. And also the moon is void of course. Such moon when void of course, it's not very supportive for any important work. Moon void, of course, is also not supportive if we will be initiating an important business or work. The time is not appropriate. Medical interventions you can do if not invasive, or if you're not seeking some very, very special, significant result. And yes, Wednesday, day of Mercury, like maybe I'm repeating every week, but could be that it's useful for you. Gemstones, which are you can wear, which are green, emerald is powerful, green garnets, foods of Mercury will be. Parsley you can use on your food. Um, with what else? For example, some nuts like walnut, hazel, I think were also ruled by Mercury. This would be, yes, the walnut in particular is ruled by Mercury because it also looks like a brain. So yes, and the day is not particularly significant for making money and business, but it's very nice for spiritual work, for sharing your knowledge with others. And now let's see, 16th of April, Thursday, 21st lunar day. It's a critical lunar day, so we may need to be a bit cautious. And yes, the day is indeed critical, and you will see that the day is critical worldwide because the moon is conjoined Saturn and Mars. So this day may be a bit critical in general for the world. You may hear things which we may not like more power imposed on people. It's not over yet with the sanctions that we are undergoing right now, that are happening to humanity, that are being imposed. So in this sense, the day may not be very harmonious. This is about Thursday, but the day is ruled by Jupiter, and he will be softening a lot, and Venus is making harmonious aspect. But Venus is conjoined Aldebaran, powerful star of money, and this is fine. And also, this can be supportive and will not leave us without money, hopefully. And also on the other hand, the moon is passing through together with Saturn through the powerful degrees of Altair, degrees of clairvoyance. See which spiritual practices in this particular moment will be helpful for you to enhance your intuition, to uplift your consciousness. This will be wonderful. But the day will not be without events worldwide, which may be a bit critical also because the sun is approaching conjunction with Uranus, and this is squaring Saturn, Moon, Mars. So yeah, the day is not harmonious, but this day will pass. But Jupiter is ruling the day, and this is very nice. So the gemstones of Jupiter will be the yellow sapphire as a first choice. Could be aventurine, could be citrine. You can wear colors of your clothes in yellow or orange. The food, yellow foods. The pear, the sweet pear, for also pineapple food. From the herbs, basil is very, very appropriate also to use when the day is ruled by Jupiter. And yes, he is the one who is right now opening our eyes. He's the one who is reviewing the truth. And you will see that we'll be seeing things which we have never seen before. And this is about Thursday, day for opening our eyes, because also, like I told you, Moon together with Saturn are conjoined degrees of the star Altair, clairvoyance, opening of eyes of people. And let's see, Friday, 17th of April, 22nd lunar day of the waning moon, and the moon is still not very much supporting our daily activities, not changing the status quo. The moon is together with Mars and Saturn and Jupiter, so we will be seeing things which will be surprising us, and the world is not going to be yet harmonious. What can we do? We can really not allow any fear, because this is really not it has no reason, first of all. Secondly, uh, this is what uh, uh, this is what will really decrease our vibrations and will make us very vulnerable. So anyway, Venus is powerful on the evening sky, and she's ruling the day, and she's still conjoined Aldebaran, powerful and good, and she's helping enormously from the sky. So don't forget to look at Venus. Wear pink, wear white, use beautiful perfume with the flower scent. Sweet fruits belong to Venus. Gemstones would be, diamond partially, pink diamond, and also rose quartz. Um, Tourmalines, sweet food, sweet apple, sugar, some sweet, delicious sweets also. Oh, this is Venus and will make you happy during this particular time. The day is not appropriate for medical interventions, and the day is not to take risks. The day is wonderful for researching the truth, opening your eyes, maintaining high vibrations, and also because the moon is in the Saturn in terminus section of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, it's wonderful to organize our thoughts, organize our studies, organize our offices. Maybe we will have time for that. And this is a day of a waning moon still. And now Saturday, 18th of April, 23rd lunar day of the waning moon. And the moon is in the first degrees of Aquarius, approaching the powerful spiritual degrees of the spiritual guru, degrees of the star, one of the royal stars from Moha, the star of the spiritual guru. So the star is speaking already what the day could be appropriate for. Well, indeed, organizing our thoughts, knowledge, and some important spiritual practices. Still, we are not away from Saturn-Mars conjunction, so this week we will not see significant changes of the status quo. We are still remaining under limitations. But yes, the day is ruled by Saturn, so yes, to organize our thoughts, our deeds, the day is appropriate for some medical interventions. Indeed, it is appropriate. And not very, very supportive for the business, not very, but this is also because even though Mars and Saturn are receiving harmonious aspect from Venus, still it is an aspect from the limiting Saturn. So Saturn is limiting a little bit the businesses, but still there is some harmony with the placement of Venus. Powerful, powerful in Aldebaran. So I'm sure she will not leave us completely without financial opportunities. And yes, medical interventions are allowed. Look at Saturn, wear dark blue, wear the dark blue sapphire, or there is this beautiful silvery color sapphire, or during the day of Saturn. The herb is black seed oil, which I often used to recommend for maintaining your immune system. Very, very appropriate also. The Saturnine foods, which will maintain, which will denote to use Saturnine qualities like discipline, for example, are the white beans are ruled by Saturn, black fruits are ruled by Saturn, and like I said, cumin also ruled by Saturn. So Saturday could be a day for organizing our work, organizing our knowledge, studies, trying to organize our activities. And let's see, Sunday, April 19, 24th lunar day of the waning moon, and the moon is approaching the degrees which are called sacred, the waters of the Eridanus, the water which is transporting the souls of the dead. Very special degrees, very sacred, about sacred knowledge, about sacred spirituality, about uplifting our vibrations, special degrees. And because it is Saturday, what we can do is when the sun is appearing for the first time on the sky on Sunday, day of the sun, we can gather dandelion. Now they're beautifully coming up here, especially in Europe, and it's just a wonderful time to say a prayer, to ask for forgiveness that we are taking the flowers and the herbs from the nature, and we can gather the very powerful herb dandelion. Yes, this will be amazing. There is plenty of information on the powers of the herbs, and especially on the way we need to get the herbs. They're available on my website. You can see lots of information. So Saturday also, yeah, it's sacred day. Medical interventions are allowed. Lots of spiritual activities we can do. Welcome the sun, say a prayer, remain very positive because the sun is powerful, powerful, exalted in Aries in the meantime. So this will be end of the week, and the next week you will see will be better. We just need to be a bit patient, and we need to understand that everything that is happening to us is permitted by God, is happening for a reason. It is for the good of our souls, so it is good for sure. We should just research, not allowed to be manipulated, not allowed to be fooled. Just research, because the sky is wonderful for reviewing truth. Now we will be able to see truth, to see what is really happening in the world. And this is for good. Everything is for good. Everything comes from the Creator. If we manage to see in every single event, in every single deed on earth, the hand of God, then we will be having no fears, and we will be always happy, and we'll just do our tasks. So have a very good week. Remain very positive, very happy, very spiritual, and see you tomorrow with another video.